Hello, this is Mr. Wynn, and this video is over area part 1. We'll be going over the area of triangles, quadrilaterals, and circles. So some things to keep in mind. Capital A stands for area, lowercase b stands for base, lowercase h stands for height, d stands for diagonal, r stands for radius. Some notes: the base and the height must always be perpendicular to each other. That means there must be a 90-degree angle, the right angle mark, the box. Another note: the units for area is always units squared. If they do not give you any units, you must use letter U for units. The general steps to solve these problems are 1. Write the formula, 2. Fill in the formula, and 3. Solve for what's missing. When you solve, you might have to get rid of fractions or distribute or just simplify combined terms, evaluate. Also, you may have to do some work to find some important numbers using things like Pythagorean theorem or trigonometry. And these problems are pretty simple. It's just a lot of formulas, so I'm going to try to do 2 problems of each type, one where I give you a picture and one where I do a word problem. So first is triangles. Area formula for triangles is 1/2 base times height, or if you're normal like me, you use base times height over 2. People that use the first one are usually scared of fractions for some reason. So in this first top left picture, we notice the height is right here's 3. The height is the lowest point to the highest point. It's going up and down. Then we need the base. The base is this bottom right here. We do not have it, so that's missing. Do not use that 5 as the base. Well, luckily this is a right triangle. You use Pythagorean theorem. This is a triple. I know it's a 3, 4, 5, so I know this is 4 centimeters. Alright, now that I have the 3 things, or all the information, I can write the formula. Area equals base times height over 2. If I fill it in, that means base is 4 times 3 over 2. Now let's go sideways. That is 12 over 2. Which gives me 6. The units are centimeters squared. Alright, this next one, find the area on the top right. Notice the height, that dotted line going down, is outside the triangle. That's perfectly fine. That's the lowest point to the highest point. The lowest point in the triangle is like right here, and the highest point is up here. So if I kind of have this line, I am looking for this height. Or not, I'm using that height, so it's 8. So luckily they gave us the height, 8 units. So let me do it in green like before. The height is 8, and the base, the bottom triangle, is this 10. We do not use that part outside. That's just how long the bottom side is. So we write the formula. Area equals base times height over 2. Fill it in. Base is 10. Height is 8 over 2. I'm just going to go sideways again. 10 times 8 is 80. Divided by 2. That is 40. This is inches squared. Alright, down here, if the area of a triangle is 30 feet squared and the height is 3 feet, find the length of the base. So first, write the formula. Area equals base times height over 2. They gave us the area. They're saying A is 30, so we know this is 30 equals, and what else they gave us? They gave us the height is 3. So B is missing. No. B is missing, the height is 3, and it's all over 2. So we're solving this for B. So we gotta go to this fraction, multiply both sides by 2. So I'll go up here, so we get 60 equals, on the right side the fraction cancels out, so it's just B times 3, which is 3B. And last time I divide both sides by 3 to get 20 equals B, and make sure you have a unit subject this. B equals 20 feet. Alright, next shape. Parallelograms and rectangles. Area formula is base times height. You could also say length times width, but we'll stay with base times height. On the left side, notice we have the outsides and this dotted line. Make sure you use correct numbers. Remember, the height must be perpendicular to the base. We have to use 8. This is the height from the lowest point to the highest point, and then the base is this entire side down here. So if you write the formula, area equals base times height. I fill it out. B is 40. H is 8. 40 times 8 is 32 with a 0. Units here are inches squared. Over here, area of rectangle is 200 millimeters squared. Base is 20. Find the height. Just going to write the formula. Area equals base times height. Fill in the numbers. They said area is 200. 200 equals, they said base is 20, so it's 20 times h. Alright, we're going to get rid of this 20 by dividing both sides by 20. So you get 10 equals h. Make sure the units, I'll rewrite it as h equals 10 Units are millimeters. All right, next one. Area formula for squares. You can also use base and side because squares are parallelograms and rectangles. But you can also use side squared because all the sides are the same. You can even say area equals x squared. All right, so on this left picture, find the area of that square. They give us the diagonal 5 root 2. You got to remember your special right triangle. This is a 45, 45, 90. That's x squared 2. So if I divide by square root 2, I get all these sides are 5. All right, so make sure you know that. Once I do that, I can do the area formula. Area, I use in base times height. So that is 5 times 5. That is 25. They gave us no units here, so I'm going to put units squared, u squared. Over here, the area of a square is 100 meters squared. Find the perimeter. Be careful, they're not asking for the perimeter, they're not asking for the side. So write the area formula. Area formula equals, I'll use a side squared this time. Fill in the numbers. They said area is 100, so 100 equals, and the sides are x, or x squared. Remember, to get the square power, you got to square both sides. You get 10 equals x. So now we know, I'll just draw it first. We have a square, not drawn on scale. All the sides are 10. If all the sides are 10, find the perimeter by adding all of them up. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, that is 40. So the P, the perimeter, is 40, and units here, meters. Remember, sides and perimeter are just regular units to the first power. Area is units squared, and once you do volume, that's units cubed. All right, trapezoids. Area formula, you say 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 in parentheses, which must be done first, times height. Or again, the normal way where I don't put that 1 is I put all together as one big fraction. Base 1 plus base 2 together, times height all over 2. Find the area of this trapezoid. All right, so let's see. We have the first base, this is 14. The second base, we don't have it, but here's something cool. This right here technically is a rectangle. So the top's 14, this is 14. And then this, if that's left 6, then this right 6. All right, so make sure you can do that. What else can I do? I could add all that up together. Let me do like this. So that means this whole bottom base, 6 plus 14 is 20, plus 6 more is 26. All right, that should be everything I need. So, for the area formula, I use this one. Area equals base 1 plus base 2, and it doesn't matter which one the base is which, times the height over 2. And I'll go sideways. All right, the first base, I'm saying is 14, plus the second base, I'll say is 26, times the height. Make sure you know the height. Oh, we're missing the height. The height is this thing right here. So this is we're looking at this right triangle. We have to do Pythagorean theorem. 6. Oh, that's 6, 8, 10. That's a triple. But you do Pythagorean theorem. That's 100 minus 36 is 64. Square 64 is 8. Again, this is 6, 8, 10 triple. It's a 3, 4, 5 times 2. All right, so I know the height is 8 all over 2. And go down. Let's see, that is 40 times 8 over 2. That is 320 over 2, which gives me 160, and the units are, no units given, so units squared. All right, over here, area of a trapezoid is 50 centimeters squared. The height is 4, the one base is 10, find the other base. Let's write the formula. Fill in the formula. Area is 50, so 50 equals. One base is 10, the other base is missing. Call it x. We're going to leave it as b2. I'll call it x. Times the height. The height is 4 all over 2. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of this fraction. So that is 100 equals, this will be 10 plus x times 4. I'm going to distribute that 4. You also could divide by it, but I'm going to distribute. So if I distribute this, I'll get a 40 plus 4x. I'm going to subtract 40 both sides, get 60 equals 4x. Divide by 4 to get 15 equals x. So base 2 equals 15 units centimeters. All right, 2 more slides. Formula for kites and rhombi. It'll be 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, or again as one big fraction, it's diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 all over 2. Find the area of this rhombus. Notice we do have one diagonal. We have this is 12 plus this 18. We know this whole, the long one, top bottom diagonal is 30. But we need to know this one right here. Unfortunately, they didn't give us any numbers, but if you remember your properties of a rhombus or kite, they both make 90-degree angles at the diagonals. They're perpendicular to each other. So this is a right triangle. I can do Pythagorean theorem. If you know your triples, this one's a 5, 12, 13. Yeah. So that means this will be 5, and then one diagonal is bisected. So the shorter diagonal is the same on both sides, 5 and 5. And if you don't know that, 13 squared is 169, 12 squared is 144, 169 minus 144 is 25, square 25 is 5. Alright, so we know that this sideways diagonal is actually 10. We now have everything we need. Write the formula, area equals diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2. Fill it in. 30 times 10 over 2. 30 times 10 is 300. Divided by 2 gives us 150. Units are not given, so units squared. Our area of rhombus is 80 kilometers squared. One diagonal is 5. Find the other one. Just write the formula. Fill it out. 80 is the area. One diagonal is 5. The other diagonal is missing. We'll call it x. Why not? Over 2. Get rid of the denominator. Multiply both sides by 2. So you get 160 equals 5x. Divide by 5. That should be 32. So we know the second diagonal, we'll call it D2, equals 32. Units are kilometers. Alright, last slide. Circles. Area form of circles is pi r squared. Alright, r is the radius. Remember, sometimes there's also a diameter. If you have the diameter, you must half it to get the radius. So on this left picture, it says find the area of this circle. If it gives you this dot right here, that's actually very important. The dot means that's the middle of the circle. So anything going through the middle is a diameter that goes through all the way, and if it just goes from the middle to the edge, that's the radius. So they gave us 8. 8 is not the radius. 8 is from one side to the other going through the middle. That's a diameter. So I'm write this. If the diameter equals 8, we're in half that. That means the radius equals 4. What that means is, we're going from here to here. That would be 4. Right, we fill in the formula. Area equals pi r squared. That's pi times 4 squared. So that's going to be pi times 16. To be nice, you put it first, so you can say that's 16 pi. Units are not given, so this is units squared. So that's our area. That's the exact area in terms of pi. If you want the approximation, you can type in calculator or use 3.14 for pi. So by typing in calculator, here's what I got. 16 pi is about, or write this, so area is approximately, if they say round, let's do 2 decimal places, 100th place, 50.27 units squared. Alright, so an exact answer and an approximation answer. Alright, in the word problem, if the area of a circle is 36 pi centimeters squared, find the radius. So notice they gave us the area in terms of pi, which is fine. Alright, so fill it in. 36 pi goes here. Remember, pi is this number you are allowed to divide by pi. I'm allowed to divide both sides by pi. I want to get r squared, the variable squared by itself, before I square root. So these pi's cancel. So I get 36 equals r squared. Square both sides. You get tree branch method, but you should know that's a perfect square. So this is 6 equals r. So I'll put right r first. The radius equals 6. What units are there? Centimeters. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you ask questions. See you soon. Thanks. Bye.